Hi there. We're back with you again just to give you an update on things that might be relevant for you and changes. The last time we did this was in June. I might ask Richard to comment first from his perspective in business services.
Thanks, John. Hi, everyone. Hope you're coping with everything that's happening with COVID. At least we're not in Victoria, so it's much easier here in Adelaide. I shouldn't really say that because we do have Victorian clients, but we are doing it much better over here. The biggest thing that's happening in business services is the tax season, which we're now 6 weeks into that, and we're finding it a lot busier this year than it has been in the past. We're finding clients are really keen to get their tax done quickly to access refunds. That leads us to the point where we're now putting on 2 extra staff to cope with the influx of work. So we're more than capable of dealing with everything that's coming in at the moment. We're urging all our clients to please send in all their details by email. That's just to reduce contact with everyone. It also makes it for a faster turnaround when we get it that way. We're moving also to electronic signature this year, so you'll be asked to sign your returns electronically, and again, that makes it for a faster turnaround too. JobKeeper, you've probably heard in the media, JobKeeper 1 finishes in September and the government's now released JobKeeper 2. There's a few different criteria for that, so we urge you to contact us so we can go through that with you to see how it fits with each individual case, because there are some changes you'll notice from JobKeeper 1. With the tax season underway, the tax office has announced that they are increasing their audit activity in October. So again, we urge everyone to make sure they can substantiate what they're going to claim, they've got the records for it, and that the claim actually does exist. But of course, we're more than happy to help you through with that.
I have a question on that, Richard.
Yes.
Is that for individuals as well
Yep.
as businesses?
Individuals
Okay.
and businesses, because with the claims this year with Home Office and other claims that people can make because they've had to work at home during the last 4 months of the financial year in COVID time, tax office has been pretty generous with its claims, but at the same time, they're going to make sure that people aren't claiming what they shouldn't be entitled to. And then there'll be audit activity around JobKeeper. The final thing to note is that the tax office has had a superannuation guarantee amnesty in place. So if you haven't been paying your superannuation for your employees, there has been an amnesty in place to get up to date. We note that finishes on September the 7th. So if there's any employers or businesses out there, please get in touch with us if you are in that field. And that's all for business services at the moment. Thanks.
Good, Richard, thank you for that. I might now ask Rhiannon to give you an update from a mortgage and finance point of view.
Sure. Hi, everyone. Key things to remember from my space is that banks are taking a really long time still to get through their mass of applications, and then still people applying for holidays on their repayments. There are some banks that are quicker than others, so make sure you just give us a call and we can place you with a bank that has a quick turnaround time if need be. JobKeeper, if you are on JobKeeper, it is really important that you let us know that because that does affect how much you can borrow and does affect the way that the banks see your income and your servicing. The other thing I just wanted to note was there are lots of buyers out at the moment, and there's not many properties on the market. So properties are going very quickly if they're well priced and in sought after suburbs. So it is important to have your finance sorted with us before you go out looking, because they're just going very, very quickly. And that's
Rhiannon,
it from me.
can I ask a question?
Of course.
Is there a difference between a new loan or a refinance in terms of the time the banks are taking?
Yes, so banks generally will prioritise purchases over refinances. So refinances are taking a lot longer.
Important to understand that, because some people obviously are targeting low rates. What would be the around about the mark for a variable rate at the moment? Just
So
as a
2.49 is the cheapest that we could get you at the moment.
Okay.
So very for an owner-occupied property.
quite extraordinary how low it is.
Very low.
Okay, good. Thank you for that. Okay, from a financial services point of view, probably first of all across the firm, one of the things that Richard mentioned was digitisation and the use of digital signatures. One thing that I would like to add is we've been doing a lot more Zoom conferences simply because of the need to do so. So can I suggest that if you need to speak to us, certainly it's always lovely to see you in, but if we go into a changed environment again with, say, greater lockdown, I'd encourage you to say, look, can we meet via Zoom? Because we're very happy to do that. It's very time efficient and you can pretty much get to us quickly that way. So encourage you to use Zoom if you feel comfortable with it. If you need a bit of a hand, our people can help, and it does work really well. Having said that, from a financial services point of view, the investment environment is very interesting at the moment. The Australian market is still about 1,000 points from its peak, which is about 14%. A lot of people don't realise that. We have had some recovery. The market is definitely out of sync with potentially what's going to come when the government ease the supplemental income that they're providing at the moment. So how it will look next year, I think, will be very different to now. Be careful if you're investing. It's very tempting to jump in and go for the ride, but the risks have increased, and we generally feel that there's going to be some further weakness as the pricing changes. And shares in particular, all about future income. Commonwealth came out today, announced quite a good dividend where some people felt they may not even pay one. But be wary, don't just jump in, get some advice, and certainly speak to us if you're concerned about exactly what's going on and how you should approach it. Thank you. That's our update for this month. We'll be back soon.